Live from Schellenberger Field on the campus of the University of Lynchburg, it's time for Old Dominion Athletic Conference Tournament semifinal field hockey between the University of Lynchburg Hornets and the Bridgewater Eagles. Hello, field hockey fans. I am Kyle Haney, filling in for Sam Graham. Graham, man, is away on assignment, and I'm sure he is going to miss this. And you see the good vibes there from the Bridgewater Eagles. They're not feeling too much pressure in the moment as we have an 8-8 Bridgewater team. They were the 5th seed in the ODAC tournament, taking on the Lynchburg Hornets, 17-2 on the season, 9-0 in conference play. They are the #1 seed in the ODAC tournament. They got a bye in the first round. 6 teams make it to tournament play. Bridgewater last time out had to go on the road earlier this week. They beat Randolph-Macon in Ashland 1-0. That was on Tuesday. It was Amora Marchland with the only goal there for Bridgewater. They advanced to meet the Lynchburg Hornets, and these two ball clubs met last week. This was a game between these two teams played last week on October 27th. That was at Bridgewater. Lynchburg got the win 3-0, so a close game there. Field hockey fans know sometimes 3-0 can be a little misleading. Lynchburg really did dominate most of the proceedings in that game. Bridgewater only got 3 shots. They were all 3 actually in the third period. Hornets outshot Bridgewater 21-3 in that contest. So Lynchburg did get a 3-0 win against Bridgewater, and that's actually Lynchburg's last game played. So Bridgewater's had 1 since then. You see the tail of the tape there, some statistical analysis. When you look at goals per game and goals against, those are the two that are going to jump out, and those are the two that Lynchburg is currently in the top 10 in the nation as far as statistical goals per game, also goals against, and then you match those up together for the goal margin. Lynchburg's in the top 15 in that category as well. But you see some things there for both ball clubs. Obviously, Lynchburg, with their record, you feel like statistically their numbers are going to be better, and obviously that tail of the tape backs that up. It would feel like an upset for the Bridgewater Eagles, but upsets happen, especially in tournament time. So we're going to have some fun. We've got players that we're keeping an eye on, of course. And for Lynchburg, it's going to be the outstanding goal scorer, Marlu Vendricks. Vendricks, an outstanding sophomore season. Yeah, multiple points in 14 of 19 this year. She has scored goals in 7 of the last 9, and it seems like she is rounding into form. She's actually still got the defender tag there on the graphic. She came to Lynchburg as a defender, but turning into one of the best goal scorers of all time. And, of course, Erin Boatwright started as a defender, and now she's scoring goals. You can see Boatwright in the left side of your screen there in that shot as we're getting the pregame introductions from the outstanding public address man, Tim LaDuca. One to watch and keep an eye on for Bridgewater tonight is going to be, let's see if we can get that going on here for the Eagles. It's going to be their outstanding goal scorer, Daphne Demude. Demude is really the go-to piece there for the team, leading in points, assists, and goals. Daphne Demude will be one to watch. She is a 5'9" junior from Bealton, Virginia. In the cage tonight for Lynchburg, it'll be 0-0. Kayla Brady, 15 shutouts in her career. She has just become one of the all-time best goalies in Lynchburg field hockey history. Kayla Brady will be between the pipes for Lynchburg, and we think it's going to be in goal for Bridgewater, Madeline Miller. Madeline Miller played and got the shutout victory against Randolph-Macon earlier this week. She played all 60 minutes against Lynchburg last week, so expecting it to be sophomore number 33, Madeline Miller, in goal for Bridgewater. Sounds like it's national anthem time, so we'll step aside for just a moment, and we're back with field hockey, 15 minutes on the board to start the first period. Coming up next on the Lynchburg Hornets Sports Network.
Welcome to the Campus Recreational Department at the University of Lynchburg. We believe in a student-centered approach to recreation, making sure that all students have fun and engaging activities that promotes wellness, personal growth, and community building.
Our team works to provide a variety of recreation opportunities for all our undergrad and graduate students.
Let's take a look at the different areas of Campus Rec. Campus Recreation covers all outdoor recreation. Our team offers dozens of trips per semester, maintains recreation facilities on campus, and offers outdoor certificates and leadership training.
Intramurals is open to all students who wants to play on a team. We have men's, women's, and co-ed leagues for each sport we offer.
Those looking for next-level competition can join club sports. These are student-led organizations with the support of Campus Recreation. You can join one of our established club sports, or you can start your own with our support.
Campus Recreation offers an excellent amount of opportunities to stay active, make new friends, and develop new skills. We hope to see you soon.
Here we go, set for field hockey between Bridgewater and Lynchburg. Hornets do come into the ODAC tournament as the #1 seed in conference. They are the 11th ranked team in Division III field hockey. The scoring margin is 3.45. I touched on that a little bit. I think that is good for 8th in D3 right now. Lynchburg has outshot opponents in 16 of 19 this season. And you know about their outstanding head coach, Enza Steele, if you've been watching any Lynchburg field hockey for the past 3 or 4 decades. You've heard the name Enza Steele, and we got to honor her at the Hall of Fame induction ceremony and dinner a couple weeks ago. Enza Steele, a surefire Hall of Famer. It's just a question of when she would get in. Well, she's in, so congratulations to Coach Steele. And, of course, the other storyline, she has said this is going to be her final season. What a way to go out with a bang. First with a conference tournament title, and then hopefully another championship beyond that. Bridgewater will be in the white there tonight. You see number 5, Daphne debuted in your screen with the goalie, Madeline Miller. It is going to be 33, Madeline Miller, as expected. Lynchburg will be in the home black today. We've got a setting sun here at Schellenberger Field, which always makes it tough on a broadcaster, but the visuals on your screen looking great. And it's probably worth pointing out it is a very chilly evening here in Central Virginia. We think the low going to get down below freezing again tonight. Don't know that it'll affect play out on the field too much, but we'll keep an eye on it. Surface is dry, haven't had any rain here in a while, so should be good to go. Boatwright could not outrace the Bridgewater player for that ball, and you can see the setting sun in your screen there as the Eagles take the first possession. Thought they gave it up once and thought another one there, but a foul on Lynchburg will give Bridgewater a chance to restart things here near midfield. Eagles are 8-8 on the season. Got to go all the way back to 2015 to find the last time Bridgewater beat Lynchburg, and that wasn't an ODAC tournament game. So certainly the Eagles are thinking about springing the upset. We'll see if it can happen here tonight on Schellenberger. It does feel like it would be a pretty massive upset if Bridgewater could pull this one out. That's Allie Freeman, near sideline. A couple players making themselves available for the pass, and Freeman will go right back to the middle to Riley Cameron. Riley Cameron probably doesn't get enough credit for being a defensive stalwart. The goalie, Kayla Brady, gets so much credit, but Lynchburg defensively is so sound. Brady ends up not facing that many shots, and the shots she does face, she ends up handling pretty easily. But, yeah, Riley Cameron, I think, deserves so much credit as well. This is game 63 in the career for Riley Cameron. There's a few others that have seriously long resumes here. Good battle as the Hornets nearly took that one over. Yeah, it will be Lynchburg ball. Renee Fontiel in your screen there to the middle to Kanye Mazizi, who has to give it up now. Bridgewater going the other way, trying to split the gap. Good stick handling here. And a whack up ahead, but there's Riley Cameron. Right place, right time, usually for Riley Cameron. Just an absolute wall there defensively. Nice pass to get it to Mazizi in the middle. She wanted to hit Boatwright in stride up ahead on the left wing, but that's intercepted. Good defense by Bridgewater so far. I think they probably liked how they've come out the first 3 minutes. Seems like the Eagles have controlled most of the possessions, and the times that Lynchburg has thought they've had a counter-attacking opportunity, Bridgewater's taken it away. That's Meredith Rankin, fifth year from Marshall, Virginia, that drags that one to the middle, but the Hornets do end up taking it away. Still no score, no real shots early. Bridgewater maybe with an offensive chance developing, but as soon as the words came out of my mouth, they end up turning it over. See if Lynchburg can control. Boatwright missed on that pass, and it skips out of play. Bridgewater ball. There's number 22, Meredith Rankin again. Head coach for Bridgewater, Gina Steffen, in her third season. Whistles are going to stop play here as Boatwright thought she had a chance to make something out of that, but Lynchburg will reset. This is Kessa Schaefer that will come up and get things restarted for Lynchburg. She's another one. 90 career games for Kessa Schaefer. 90. And that is just mind-blowing. When you consider for this season, for example, Lynchburg's played 19. You get a deep postseason run, you could end up playing 24, 25 games potentially. But yeah, Kessa Schaefer, outstanding fifth year. First team all ODAC in 2021, second team last year. Bridgewater trying to get this ball out of their defensive third. Game hasn't had much of a flow yet, not much of a rhythm just yet, and you hear another whistle blow as we're 4 minutes into the contest. Lynchburg will get a chance to initiate something offensively. Nice takeaway there in the middle. It was a good long stick on that by Daphne Demude. Now Lynchburg will head the other direction again. There's another whistle. Yeah, still just no real rhythm, no real flow just yet to this game. But the Hornets in the black jerseys will try again. There was a chance in the middle. Kanye Mazizi's going to try to dig this one away from the Bridgewater defender. In the dying light of this early November evening, Mazizi will send it backwards. Good battle there. It looks like Lynchburg will get a chance here with Kessa Schaefer walking it to the middle. It's going to be a penalty corner coming up for Lynchburg. They'll huddle up and get their play set while the Eagles, you see a lot of teams go to get the protective gear behind the cage there, but it doesn't look like the Eagles defenders have geared up too much. Let's see what Lynchburg tries to do here on this penalty corner. It's Boatwright on the insert. Slow roller to the left corner. Whacked hard, but skipping out of play backwards. I think you got to like the chance there for Lynchburg. Good insert from Boatwright. Sometimes the players on the penalty corners try to get such high velocity on the pass that it's harder to control. And that was Riley Cameron that got to take pretty good swing at that, but it went wide. The softer entry pass, softer insert pass, a little bit easier to control and then do something with. Obviously the defense is coming, so the pass can't be too soft. Got to give Bridgewater some credit there as well. And you really got to like what the Eagles have done early, despite not a ton of offensive chances. They really seem to have stalled Lynchburg out every time the Hornets think they can get something going. Kanye Mazizi with an intercept, and she'll give it away. Daphne Demude in the middle. Haven't talked about her too much. Long pass up ahead. She was looking for Kylie Amberger, but that was too far. Now Lynchburg controlling it. Far sideline in the defensive third, trying to get it back in the midfield. Patient play there. Hornets defense, pretty good stick handlers and talented in that regard, to where they don't necessarily, as a defense, just have to whack it away. They can control themselves. What a pass from Mazizi to set up what's going to be the best chance of the game so far, and it's a goal. Lynchburg scores it. It was Mazizi in the midfield that got it going. And then, it was number 25, Olivia Van Meter, the junior from Bel Air, Maryland. The assist will go to Marlou Vendricks. But I like what Mazizi did in the midfield with that long pass to Vendricks to get it going, and Marlou Vendricks delivers. Van Meter punching the clock at the end of it to give Lynchburg the 1-0 advantage. What a great setup and great passing there from Lynchburg. Now it almost feels like Bridgewater is really on the ropes here after the Hornets will control this possession. Riley Cameron, long pass up ahead, but that's going to skip into the student section. Good look at the crowd there. All bundled up, but definitely supporting. That actually is going to give Lynchburg a pretty good chance here to bring that crowd to their feet potentially. Lynchburg will take it out and restart on the blue line, leading 1-0. First period action here at Schellenberger Field on the campus of the University of Lynchburg. We'd been talking all about how Bridgewater really had done a nice job defensively, but that's what Lynchburg can do. Can break you down with some sharp, long passing. Speed in there as well. Got to credit the foot speed from Vendricks. And then also Van Meter in front there, closed the deal. And Aaron Boatwright was even waiting on that far post too. Should there have been a deflection or a ricochet, a carom somewhere, Boatwright had beaten the defense down. Mazizi tried to dig another one out, but this is an Eagles ball now. We hear a couple whistles popping again. Actually, Lynchburg's going to retake this. Mazizi now. Right side, there's that spin move that she loves so much. Such a great feel for where the defender is and when to use that spin move. That's the thing when you go back and you watch these games or you watch them live. Mazizi she just feels that defender so well. Sure, there's some peripheral vision in there too, but she's just got such a great understanding for the game. And just a freshman, played at the highest levels with the under-21 Zimbabwe team, so that's got to be part of it too. Playing against high-caliber players, you'll develop that feel pretty quickly. And playing with high-caliber players too. There's Mazizi in the mix, trying to pry one away. Can opener not an option this time. Whacked up ahead by Olivia Dewan. Minor threat there for Lynchburg, as it was Olivia Dewan that put it up ahead. Autumn Just with a chance to get a stick on it. There's number 10, Autumn Just, in your screen. But ends up skipping out of play. Riley Cameron's going to try to get it going again for Lynchburg. Long pass. Boatwright will come save the day. Tried to step around the defender there. Infraction. Boatwright will now get to toss one to the middle. Lynchburg restart after a kick, I think. And this is Kessa Schaefer again, scanning the chessboard for a moment. Lynchburg leading 1-0. Olivia Van Meter, the junior from Bel Air, Maryland, with the goal. It was Marlou Vendricks with another point. The sophomore from the Netherlands assisting well, and I give special credit to the long lead pass from Kanye Mazizi that really opened things up, I thought, on the offensive scoring sequence. Ball out of play again, far left sideline. Eagles have shown some flashes, just not quite enough just yet. They did lose to Lynchburg last week, 3-0. Bridgewater only was able to muster up 3 shots in that game, all 3 in the third quarter. Lynchburg outshot Bridgewater last week 21-3. Kayla Brady only got credit for 1 save. So, yeah, only 1 shot on goal last week for Bridgewater. And a reminder, the Eagles did get here by winning in the ODAC quarterfinal on the road in Ashland, taking down the Randolph-Macon Yellow Jackets a couple nights ago. Stick handling, trying to maneuver through. Think they got the third party for the infraction there. And here's Kanye Mazizi. Didn't get a clean strike on that pass. Looking for Boatwright left side. Now potential for this. Good job defensively there for Bridgewater. Take some air out of that Lynchburg attack. stymie the threat again. For the most part, the Eagles have been pretty good at that here in the first period. Just the one goal. And really, not a whole lot of great options and looks other than that for Lynchburg. They did have the one penalty corner. That ended up being a good swing on the ball there. Allie Freeman, freshman left side. Her pass is taken away. Freeman going to try to dig it back. This is number 8, Lindsay Davis. Now Kylie Amberger getting in on the mix. Amberger's going to go quickly. Got some options in front and to the left. Let's see where she goes. Wants to center it in. Good play defensively. I believe it's Mallory Lamb over there on the far sideline now that was key in thwarting that Bridgewater Eagles offensive opportunity. Mazizi coming down the left alleyway. Now she'll take it closer to the sideline. Speaking of stick handling, hard to find many better than her. And again, just a freshman. Pass was knocked away. Waiting for the call. It's going to be Lynchburg's ball here with the 1-0 lead in the attacking third again. Correction. It'll be a Bridgewater ball. Jade Buckles, a sophomore there from Stafford, Virginia. Well, that's coughed up, and let's see if the Hornets can take advantage. Just over 2 to play in first quarter action. Another corner coming, penalty corner coming for Lynchburg. Boatwright will handle the insert again. She, I thought, had a really good pass on the first penalty insert. See if the plan changes. They do go more across the face of the goal this time. Now second pass, Eagles digging in nicely. That'll be a penalty against Lynchburg. Job by Bridgewater defending that penalty corner. Now the Eagles with maybe a late quarter opportunity. Sub waiting on the sideline to get in for Lynchburg is Anna Dorston. Good takeaway there by the Eagles. Bridgewater pretty schooled up. It feels like they know what Lynchburg wants to do offensively on the attack. They seem to be in the right areas for the most part. Again, other than the obvious one goal that Lynchburg has scored. Pass slightly off target for Mazizi in the middle. Now the Eagles will try to break out on the far sideline. But that one kicked out of bounds. Winner of this advances to the ODAC championship game. We'll get that discussion going a little bit more at halftime. The possibilities and the potentials there. Allie Freeman had it briefly for Lynchburg, but taken away. Good battle for it in the middle. Freeman's going to get called for the foul. Just too much on Olivia Dewan for Bridgewater. Down to 30 seconds left to play in the first. Lofted into the air. Maybe a bit too much, and now it's going to be Lynchburg ball. Hard rip from Riley Funtiel was intercepted. She tried to go get it back. Down to 2 seconds, and the first quarter going to come to a close there, with Lynchburg leading 1-0 over Bridgewater. 15 in the books. We're getting ready for period number 2. Coming up next on the Lynchburg Hornets Sports Network.
Want to have some outdoor adventures while getting a degree at the same time? At the University of Lynchburg, we have an on-campus zip line and road course. Plus, we offer adventure trips that cost less than a cup of coffee. And did I mention our beautiful scenery? We're a university for students looking for something more than just books. Welcome to your new adventure experience.
Being a part of the different activities and organizations that I've been a part of, I'm actually able to see myself where I'm like, hey, I actually can make a change. I'm one person that can make a difference.
Division III has helped me to develop teamwork skills, critical thinking skills, time management skills.
It's not just about basketball, or it's not just about school, it's about developing yourself as a person altogether.
Welcome back, field hockey fans. Here comes a replay of the Lynchburg goal. Vendricks to Van Meter. Took a second to collect there, but then she slid it in. Erin Boatwright with the unselfish play. She could have tapped that one in on her own there as Boatwright had beaten the defense to the far post. There was that Kanye Mazizi pass before that really set things up. But we're just marveling at this Lynchburg team and the contributions they get from the entire ball club, much like our LHSN team. The effort that we do as a unit is so strong, and it is one of those force multipliers where we've got a lot of strength on our own, but together we're just unstoppable. No, and we always do have a good time on LHSN. We welcome any Bridgewater Eagle fans into the broadcast. Thank you for listening. Eagles have mostly Virginia players, but 2 from New York and 2 from Pennsylvania. And, you know, the Lynchburg roster up and down. I mean, we've just got multiple states, multiple countries. It's incredible. And we can spend some more time talking about that, too. But we're back to action here with 15 more minutes on the board. I think if you're a Bridgewater fan or coach, overall, you got to feel pretty good about how you played. And again, it's the thing I've been saying the entire broadcast, other than the goal that Lynchburg scored. It was one of those transition goals where Bridgewater maybe thought they had an opportunity building, and then a turnover in the midfield. Mazizi gets it to Vendricks, and then Van Meter with the finish at the end. But overall, I don't think the Eagles should feel terrible about how they're playing. I think Lynchburg probably feels pretty good about the way they are playing. They've got that patient style. They don't need to necessarily rush and try to score a ton of goals early, although Lynchburg early in the season or early in games this season, rather, first and second period, those numbers are pretty mind-boggling. I know Sam Graham's been talking about that all season as a theme. Fast starts for Lynchburg. Now in first quarters, Lynchburg has outscored their opponents 31-4 this season in the 20 games so far. 31-4 in first quarters. And the first half has been really good for Lynchburg as well. In fact, they have not surrendered a second-half goal this year. They've outscored opponents 21-0 in quarters 2, which is just mind-blowing, really. Got to talk to Coach Enza Steele and say, what is it about the second quarter? But, yeah, that first half in general, if you add it all up, it ends up being 52-4 that the Hornets have outscored their opponents in first half play, 52-4. Of course, we've still got some of this first half to go. Right idea to try to get it to the streaking Boatwright on this near left sideline. She could not quite get the stick on it. Erin Boatwright, 5'8" senior from Fredericksburg, Virginia. And the great story on her, if you don't know, is she has been an outstanding defender on this team. An all ODAC first teamer past couple seasons, but transitioning to the offensive side of the ball this year. And that's been fun to see and fun to hear the coaches and Sam Graham and everybody talk about just that transition. I mean, you knew she had the stick handling skills and the athleticism, obviously. Look out. The Bridgewater Eagles are going to get a penalty corner opportunity coming here. Yeah, you see Lynchburg gearing up. Riley Cameron going to put on the mask. It's interesting because when you watch other field hockey, there's even more gear that some players will put on with gloves and masks and knee pads. So that's interesting. Jade Buckles is going to handle the insert here for Bridgewater. I would argue the best scoring opportunity of the game so far for the Bridgewater Eagles, as our officials have a little bit of a chat here on the near left sideline. A short conversation. I think we're ready to play here in just another second. Yeah, whistle blows. Let's see what Buckles does. Right to the middle. Second pass, now a third. That's going to allow the Lynchburg midfielders to get back and help out defensively. Yeah, Eagles just took a little bit too much time on that penalty corner. And watch out, here comes the transition game. Let's see if Boatwright can sprint by. No, nice defensive takeaway there by Riley Flick. Give the freshman Riley Flick some serious credit. She will flick one up ahead, airborne. Or was it Riley Chandler? That was Riley Chandler defensively, but did get it up ahead to Flick. It kicked away by Brady there nicely. Got the right boot on that. Sent it to the sideline. Be Bridgewater ball. Blue line restart here after the kick away from Brady. That's Daphne Dubuque. Haven't talked about her a ton and called her name a ton, but she was our player to watch. Leader for Bridgewater in points, assists, and goals. Saw some of the stick handling skill there. Another nice kick away from Brady. That one was right to Olivia Dewan, but Dewan lost it, and it's going to be a Lynchburg ball. Cheer comes from the sideline. Correction, it's going to be a penalty corner. It's going to be a penalty corner. I'm sorry, fans. Another penalty corner coming up for Bridgewater. See if they try to go a little bit quicker on this one, perhaps. Their first penalty corner opportunity just seemed to take a while developing. It'll be a new player to send it in. That's Meredith Rankin this time. Grad student from Marshall, Virginia. Big whack there. Brady on the ground, diving after it. Goldmouth scramble initially. That Lynchburg is going to survive at the moment. Our official having some conversations. Yeah, definitely worth another look there. Was probably a defensive save there, yeah, by Micah Utchis. Micah Utchis should get credit for one of those defensive saves, which are a fun part. And then Brady had to get extended. She dove out for that one as well. Bridgewater threatening. Gotta like the sequence if you're the Eagles. I know nothing to show for it, but it was still a good series there and some good chances. Wow, how close was that? Riley Flick was there almost to get to Karam, redirected into the cage. Bridgewater keeping Lynchburg on their heels. Coach Gina Steffen really showing her approval, cheering her team on from the sideline. Bridgewater's roster not nearly as big as Lynchburg's, but they've got some reinforcements they can go to. Turnover in the attacking third will give Lynchburg a chance. Riley Weinfordner will get it going again for the Hornets. Up ahead, 2-on-1 opportunity here. Oh, another nice defensive play. Kanye Mazizi will try to rescue the possession for Lynchburg. She does. Far sideline, just outside the semicircle. Now in the semicircle, whacked in front. Second chance try. Goalmouth scramble again. Kicked away briefly. Yeah, what a defensive stand there for Bridgewater. Eagles really had their back to the wall, but they denied the Hornets. Maybe not just yet, though, as Riley Weinfordner will restart the action again for Lynchburg in the middle. Back to Riley Cameron, now over far sideline. Lynchburg switching the field. Now to the middle. The backhand slap, back stick slap that went wide. Just over 9 to play in the first half. Lynchburg does lead 1-0. Another takeaway for the Hornets and a chance here. Into the middle it goes. Bridgewater, some pretty tidy defending that occasion. Eagles will try to go up that far left sideline in front of the Lynchburg fans that have made their way out. We do have good full set of bleachers underneath us here. LHSN press box on the sideline, and a few fans kind of standing around and walking around trying to keep warm. It's not the coldest night we've ever had out here at Shelley, but it is chilly. It's very much a winter preview. It feels like it skipped right over fall the last couple days and went straight to winter. Nearly a giveaway there from Lindsay Davis as she tries to navigate through a couple Hornet players. Now Meredith Rankin will get it going again for Bridgewater. Hornets have it back. Nice lead pass up ahead. On the move, back stick, firing in there, and it's a goal. Second one of the game for Lynchburg. Let's figure out who it was here. How about the slight deflection? Wow. Anna Dorstein with the back stick shot. Airborne to the middle of the cage there. That's really good. That is really good, and it's the second goal for Lynchburg. A little breathing room now for the Hornets, the freshman. Another one from the Netherlands there, Anna Dorstein with the back stick rip. Very impressive. First goal came from Olivia Van Meter, assisted by Marlou Vendricks. So the Netherlands pipeline very strong for Lynchburg. All the goal scoring involved right now coming from the Dutch contingent. Hornets are trying to go in the other direction now. What a goal, though, from Anna Dorstein. The back stick, it was a rifle, too. That was impressive. Good job by the forwards pressuring there from Bridgewater. The Eagles have had some chances in quarter two. Weren't able to convert. Bridgewater had some chances. Mazizi up in the middle. Now Lynchburg's going to have to fight it back. Lynchburg seems to be making more of an effort to keep that field spread now, using the sidelines a little bit more. Zizzy will slide one up this near left sideline. A little bit more width to the attack, if you will, but maybe just in general, too, because you saw Riley Cameron there even defensively trying to work the ball to the sidelines, scanning. Lynchburg's going to get this one back. Here's Erin Boatwright. She'll spin and look around for teammates. To the middle it goes, and this is open for Lynchburg. Scoring avenue closed, though. Off balance slap, and that sneaks in. That one snuck in for Lynchburg, and it's goal number 3. They're coming more frequently now. The Hornets score again. Kessa Schaefer, the 5th year. Goalie Madeline Miller got a piece of it, but not enough to keep it out, as Kessa Schaefer has scored a goal. They are coming early and often now. Lynchburg did get the early one, the first period goal, but Kessa Schaefer with goal number 5 on the season. Dorstein scored earlier. That was goal number 4 for her. And Olivia Van Meter with goal number 9. So Lynchburg doing it. 3 goals from not their top 3 goal scorers. That's Marlou Vendricks, Erin Boatwright, and Kanye Mazizi. Doing it with some other goal scorers. Lynchburg showing what they've got in their locker as far as other players that can score and contribute. And we've called the names of those top 3 goal scorers for sure. But 3 different ones here. That's got to make you feel pretty good. And if you're Bridgewater, it probably makes you scratch your head a little bit because you're thinking, gosh, we had The first 3 players circled as far as who we need to stop and who we need to put the clamps on. And now Lynchburg scoring 3 others. Kessa Schaefer, the most recent goal. See if the Eagles can rally and respond here before second quarter comes to a close. I don't think Bridgewater's out of this yet, but they got to get busy. They lost 3-0 to Lynchburg a week ago with only 1 shot on goal. So that's got to be a little bit troubling as an Eagle fan to think, well, we got to get some more shots. We got to get more looks. Bridgewater has had a few good ones in the second quarter. But Bridgewater's going to need to really get on it. A late first half goal would be massive for Bridgewater. And still at 3-0, feels pretty comfortable for Lynchburg. Boatwright wants to rip. That one will go wide left. Yeah, there's a look at the Boatwright shot attempt. High and wide. Good look there for Aaron Boatwright, though. Officials want this ball more in the middle to restart. Here we go. Bridgewater will take over after another whistle. Getting some different angles here. Putting you right in the action on LHSN. Good takeaway there from Riley Cameron, although this might turn into an Eagle chance. In the transition, see what the penalty is here. It's going to be a Lynchburg ball. Riley Cameron with quite a bit more mustard on that next pass. That one was not going to get intercepted, at least not until significantly further downfield. Call it a rare mistake from Riley Cameron there. But certainly Bridgewater deserves some credit. I think it was Kylie Amberger, sophomore, that got in there and nearly had an outstanding goal-scoring opportunity, but the Lynchburg defense recovered, collapsed. 2.5 left to play in the first half. Hornets lead 3-0. The early goal from Olivia Van Meter, and then 2 more since then for Lynchburg with Dorstein and then also Kessa Schaefer. Winner of this game will advance to the ODAC championship game. That would be on Saturday. Of course, Lynchburg, the #1 seed. If they win, that would be right here. We'll be discussing that more as the second half goes on, especially if the lead holds or perhaps even Lynchburg grows the lead. Then we'd have a little bit more reason to talk about that. Penalty corner coming here, it looks like, as Bridgewater will huddle up, discuss their plans, and there you go. Lynchburg gears up. Mazizi and Cameron putting on the masks. Lynchburg has defended the 2 Bridgewater initial penalty corners well. Eagles, I thought, took too much time on the first one. Second one was better. So we kind of look the Eagles get here. One touch. Now they try to swing it over to the left. Look at Kanye Mazizi just out of there with a burst. Great effort there from Kanye Mazizi. Talk about her stick handling skills and all that, but just her athleticism and speed is obviously a massive advantage for her game too, and Lynchburg in general. Under 90 seconds now to play in the first half, and it feels like another opportunity that Bridgewater just could not quite find the mark on. Didn't even get a shot off. The Eagles, again, they're not out of this, but got to make the most of those opportunities. The room for error is so thin now. Hornets control again. Long up ahead to Aaron Boatwright in the corner. There's the use of the width in the field, making Bridgewater defend sideline to sideline. Really like that there from Lynchburg. Eagles will take it back over. Lynchburg goal scoring has been interesting because the top 4 goal scorers for Lynchburg, that's Van Meter, Mazizi, Boatwright, and Vendricks, They have half the goals. They have exactly half the goals coming into this game. They had half, and then 22 total players have scored. So basically, 18 others have the other half. I think it's pretty balanced and diverse scoring from Lynchburg as the first half is going to come to a close, it looks like. Allie Freeman just going to send it back to safety to Riley Cameron. Cameron will swing it over to the far right sideline. And Lynchburg's going to go to the locker room with a 3-0 advantage in this one. Second half is on the way. We'll pause and tell you about the action in the first half and try to predict what comes next between Bridgewater and Lynchburg. It's ODAC semifinal field hockey. Hornets currently with the 3-0 lead at Schellenberger Field in Lynchburg.
Lynchburg is all about you, your ideas, and your goals. We've got one professor for every 10 students, so you can get all the support you need. In the classroom, in the lab, or in nature. You'll learn by putting yourself out there, and we're right there with you.
to be a physical therapist probably starting about halfway through college. I love the concept that exercise is medicine. We're starting to discover that exercise really can remedy many of the things that we thought that only surgery or only drugs could remedy in the past. When the student comes here, it's because we believe in them, it's because we want them here, it's because we believe they'll be successful. The faculty here are devoted to their development, not only academically but also professionally. We're not so inundated with things that we don't have time to make students one of our highest priorities. We have your back. We're gonna help you through that. If you're willing to work, then we're willing to put the work into it and the effort to help you succeed.
Celebrate the soggy shoes and the slow starts. Celebrate the lessons learned along the way. These are the wins. Not the shiny, nail-biting kind. These are the last a lifetime kind.
I was really attracted to Lynchburg primarily because my dad went here. He is an alum, so I kind of have that close tie of being interested in this school. And the school had what I wanted to study. I knew I wanted to help people in the area of health and wellness, so the health promotion program was definitely a program that drew me in. And from day one, I've been in love with it, and I wouldn't have chosen any different. I have never had better professors or teachers in my life, and I think here at the University of Lynchburg, the professors definitely care about their students, especially in the health promotion department. These professors want you to be educated, want you to have the experience, and just want you to feel confident going into your career path following your collegiate education. You just feel like you're cared for here and that you matter, and that no matter what, at the end of the day, you're going to be successful. And the people here really want to be here, and everyone has a purpose, and it's just a great environment to be in.
Welcome back, Lynchburg fans. Here's some replays. There's the long lead pass from Kanye Mazizi that I just loved to set up the first Lynchburg goal. Got it up to Vendricks, and then Van Meter closed the deal. There's a kick-away save from Brady, who is outstanding, another first-half shutout. And this is the second Lynchburg goal. Kessis Schaefer, I believe, with the third goal, but let's not get caught up on the particulars here. This is the second goal with the backhand slap there from Dorstein. That was impressive to me. To go to that back stick and have that velocity on it, I really love that. And back to the wide variety of goal scorers for Lynchburg, none of those three are in the top goal scorers for Lynchburg. Olivia Van Meter now has actually jumped into third because of that 9th goal of the season for Olivia Van Meter. But overall, just a balanced effort from Lynchburg. We called a bunch of different names defensively. I wonder what Coach Enza Steele would give Lynchburg defensively if the Hornets are going to get the A+ or not, because Bridgewater did have some opportunities, rather. Shouldn't really say advantages. Bridgewater, shots by period went like this: none in the first, but 4 in the second. Lynchburg has 7 shots total. 3 penalty corners for Bridgewater, just 2 for Lynchburg. Saves by period is 0 in the first for both teams, and then Bridgewater with 1 in the second. Lynchburg 3 in the second period. So, yeah, Kayla Brady, outstanding as always. Lynchburg defense, pretty good. Once again, I don't know if Coach Enza Steele is going to give it the A+. In fact, she's been such a successful coach that she's going to find something to work on. Yeah, there's a beautiful look at the evening there, the setting sun. We are officially into nighttime here in Central Virginia. We are going to pause for another quick break, and then we're back with the second half between Bridgewater and Lynchburg. It's ODAC Field Hockey semifinal action on the Lynchburg Hornets Sports Network.
Football has taught me a lot throughout my life. It's definitely had a huge imprint on who I am as a person. Competing at a Division III level created that opportunity for me to go to college. Not only was I the first one in my family to graduate college, but I was really the first one to even go. Being the first one, I'm breaking that cycle, and now that I've graduated, I'm not sure what's the next step, but I know I have a lot of doors open. And a lot of those are open because I played football and ran track here at Otterbein.
Just like that, the third quarter is underway at Schellenberger Field on the campus of the University of Lynchburg. Kyle Haney hanging out with you, filling in for Sam Graham, who is away on assignment. Sam Rice is behind. Yeah, welcome back, field hockey fans. It'll be a penalty corner coming up for Bridgewater. You still see the score on your screen there. You haven't missed any goals. It was 3 first-half goals for Lynchburg. We'll try to run down things here, but let's wait and see this penalty corner unfold. Bridgewater did get 3 of these in the first half. Somewhat mixed results, although no goals off the penalty corner, so you could argue that the results weren't good enough for Bridgewater. There's a good shot attempt, kicked away by Brady. Nice save there. Mazizzi's going to try to pull this one back for Lynchburg. It'll be a restart for Bridgewater. They'll swing it out wide left quickly. Nice entry pass. Riley Cameron defensively on the spot for Lynchburg to stall out that attack. That was a dangerous setup there for Bridgewater. I think the Eagles are going to have another penalty corner coming up, yes. But for Lynchburg, it was first half goals from Olivia Van Meter, Kessa Schaefer, and then also Anna Dorstein. Bridgewater, another penalty corner, and that one's in. Rifle shot to the right side of the goal there. Gets Bridgewater. No goal. No goal. Wow. Wow. We are going to have to take another look at that, but watch out because Lynchburg trying to score on their own. I think we will get to see the replay here as the action is slowed just a bit. Aaron Boatwright working hard down there, the offensive third. Here it comes. Just another look at it. Eagles outside the D, the semicircle shot. Yeah, and there was clearly some kind of a violation there because it went in outside the circle is what we're hearing from Laura Porto. And our technical difficulties corrected by the human IT department, the one-man army, Sam Rice. He's incredible. And we all should be thankful that he is working for the University of Lynchburg. Boy, Bridgewater just so close there. Much better setup on those last 2 penalty corners for Bridgewater. They probably feel like they're just knocking on the door. They just cannot quite push through. Eagles might just have to try to kick that door down. Knocking isn't good enough at this point here as we're nearly midway through this third quarter now. So time is going to fly by for Bridgewater. Penalty corner coming up for Lynchburg. Assist in the first half by Renee Funtiel and Marlou Vendricks. Caleb Brady had 3 first-half saves. Madeline Miller for Bridgewater. She's been between the pipes the entire time with 1 first-half save. Nothing in the second half yet for Miller. Here comes a good chance for Lynchburg. Boatwright, left side. Ooh, crossed in front of the cage, but not in. So the Eagles avoid a little bit of disaster there. Bridgewater, you're just so close if you're the Eagles from getting that first goal and really making this a game again. For Lynchburg, they can just kind of dictate the pace, dictate the play here at 3-0. There's Aaron Boatwright again, always around the ball, always active. Here's a chance at the goal-scoring opportunity for Lynchburg. Yeah, Aaron Boatwright slid it by the goalie, the diving Miller. I think it was Madison Mark that was around it for Lynchburg there, but couldn't get a stick on it to read it, wrecked it back into the net. Come the Hornets again, though. Potentially looking for more. Cherry on top, potentially. Still got fourth quarter and then better part of this third quarter to go as well. Shenandoah and Washington and Lee playing in that other ODAC semifinal. So the winner of this will meet the winner of that. If it's Lynchburg, it'll be right here on Schellenberger on Saturday. Boatwright tried to stuff one in. Here's an airborne ball that had everybody looking up to the night sky. Lynchburg coming up with probably another penalty corner here. Yeah, look at Boatwright. Was just talking about how she's always around the ball. She got good wood on that. A nice save. Actually, a change in goal. It's Ashley now in goal. Freshman in goal for Bridgewater. So the Eagles have made a change defensively in the cage. There's one that went wide, and then Boatwright pushing it right back in. Really good setup there for Lynchburg as Aaron Boatwright just waiting outside the left post. Read that nicely as it was coming in, high velocity. Watch this sequence again. Riley Cameron, slight redirect, and then Boatwright just getting the paddle to it and slapping it in the goal. Marlou Vendricks also going to get credit for another assist there. She got a piece on that. Lynchburg does get the fourth goal, and now it feels very, very firm and comfortable for Lynchburg. Boatwright, I believe that is her 9th goal of the season. Yes, goal number 9 for Aaron Boatwright. Impressive stuff. The hand-eye coordination and to read that ball. Ball was coming in with some velocity. Just waiting in the right place. There's some body control in there as well. And then slapping it right in. Excellent setup for Lynchburg. Pretty cool for the Hornets. 4 goals in 4 very different ways as well. Stoppage coming up now. It is Ashley Now, number 75, in goal now. Freshman for Bridgewater is from Yorktown. She has surrendered goal number 4. Eagles maybe a chance to transition and counterattack here. So Lynchburg had a lot pushed up into the attacking third, but the Hornets will maybe take back over as this ball spills out of bounds. Olivia Muir in a little duel over here on the left sideline with Karen Klingler. It'll be Bridgewater ball. Olivia Oliger to restart things for the Eagles. Good takeaway there. Just a one-on-one dispossession. Boatwright sliding up ahead. But the pass, physical down on the back line there. Not too rough. From Madison Mark. Yeah, here's another look at it. Madison Mark just getting into the body of Jade Buckles a bit. Everything has been very sporting so far and on the nice side. Olivia Muir will slap it one. Aaron Boatwright again, always in the right areas, but couldn't quite corral it. Lynchburg with the 4-0 lead. ODAC championship game would be here Saturday against an opponent to be determined, either Shenandoah or Washington and Lee. Both very good squads. Lynchburg with tight games against both of those teams earlier this season. Lynchburg beat Shenandoah on the road 2-1. And they went to Lexington and topped Washington and Lee 2-1. That tells you quite a bit about the quality of those two teams and what kind of game you could potentially expect on Saturday. We hope you will make your plans to join us at Shelley or on the Lynchburg Hornets Sports Network. And if you're Bridgewater, you really got to think about the comeback getting started sooner rather than later. Can't try to erase a 4-goal deficit against any team, but especially a team that is so good defensively like Lynchburg. And the Hornets only surrender 0.74 goals per game, I think is the latest number after the regular season gets all totaled up. Here comes another penalty corner situation for Lynchburg. Boat right to inject it back to the middle. Looking over the playing field, there's the whistle from our official. Soft short pass. Whacked on there from this near right side. Hornets still controlling, but a whistle is going to put an end to that. Here come the Bridgewater Eagles. Again, perhaps with a counter-attacking opportunity. Klinger up ahead. She was looking for Amberger. Lynchburg takes it away. That's Allie Freeman, left side. Going up the sideline. Kanye Mazizi couldn't quite get to that one. It should be a Bridgewater ball. Just under 3 left to play in the third quarter. Lynchburg has 10 team shutouts this season. They've won 5 in a row. Last loss was to 13th ranked Keene back on October 14th. Lynchburg has won 15 of the last 16, 17-2 overall this season for Lynchburg. They have serious postseason aspirations. This could have been a stumbling block here, but Lynchburg so far anyway taking care of business. It'll take a massive fourth quarter comeback for Bridgewater. Or perhaps, again, a late goal here in the third quarter would go a long way for the Eagles if they could get something going. Thought Bridgewater had scratched one across. The officials erased that one. Eagles had some decent chances in quarter number 2. It was 4 shots for Bridgewater. They had 3 penalty corners in the first half. An Eagle penalty corner is coming up now. As Lynchburg on the defense again. Brady getting her unit ready. And you see again the talent of Kanye Mazizi. Now she's one that gets back in there. She can do a little bit of everything, scoring goals and playing defense. There was a nice takeaway from Riley Cameron. That was perfectly timed from Cameron, one of the best defenders around. This is game number 63 for Riley Cameron in her career. She was a first-team All-ODAC player in 2022, and she's been a part of 24 total shutouts. Riley Cameron on the defensive side. Again, the goalies so often get credit for the shutouts, but the defenders should count those shutouts too. 24 total in her career that Riley Cameron has been a part of. 10 this year, working on number 11. Then 6 last year, 8 the previous season in 2021. Scramble for it. Riley Cameron's going to work again in the middle, and she's so good at distributing the ball out of the middle as well. Kind of that a defender point guard, if you will, back there, Riley Cameron. Does a little bit of everything. And because she doesn't score a ton, probably doesn't get the credit that she deserves, because we all think about goals. Riley Cameron does have 2 goals this season and 6 assists, so definitely part of the scoring. Oftentimes you'll see her come up on those penalty corners for Lynchburg. Third quarter's coming to a close. Look like Madison Mark going to get whistled and shown a green card. So Madison Mark will have to come off briefly. Down to 30 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Trench warfare down there in the far right corner. Bridgewater almost pulled it out and had a look. But instead, Lynchburg will get the restart here. Riley Cameron again. 10 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Hornets are long pass out of play. Bridgewater, I don't think, is going to have enough time to make much out of this. Yeah, the horn does sound to end quarter number 3. 15 more minutes of regulation field hockey. Lynchburg trying to hold on for an ODAC semifinal win. They lead 4-0 fourth quarter on the way next on the Lynchburg Hornets Sports Network.
Cheer for the stumbles. That he should have had that. And the tears that linger. For in those moments, greatness lies. There, you will find the provoked, the determined, the unified. It's in those moments that champions are born.
Think a private education is too expensive? Think again. At the University of Lynchburg, you can get a personalized education for the cost of a state school. If you're commuting and you get our top scholarships, you could pay much less. And you get all that without the hassle of giant lecture halls. Our faculty know your name here and do more than just teach. You might even do research together and plan out your next career moves.
The Lynchburg Hornets lead 4-0. Here is goal number 4. Aaron Boatwright just getting the stick on that to redirect it in the goal, and it did start with one of those penalty corners. Perfect setup for Lynchburg. You have to love that. Riley Cameron sliding it down there to the left post to the waiting Aaron Boatwright. But that's a really great way to run that penalty corner. Get the player that does the insert just to go to the post, because you get the defense rushing out to stop the initial possible shot attempt or pass on the first pass to the second shot, those kinds of setups. But that was really good from Lynchburg. And I just love the hand-eye coordination and the stick handling there from Aaron Boatwright to finish it off. Penalty is over. There was one of those green card penalties, Madison Mark. That happened late third quarter. We are in the fourth period, and Lynchburg does lead 4-0. Hornets have been in pretty firm control, although that defense has been tested. Here's Kanye Mzizi. Mzizi looking around. She'll take a good hard whack at one. Kanye Mzizi and Aaron Boatwright are similar in the fact that they're just always around the ball, always around the ball. We did spend some time in the third quarter talking about how Riley Cameron defensively is always around the ball, and in other ways as well. Hornets are going to go the other direction. Allie Freeman had a pass deflected. She'll try to get a stick in there to win that one back. And this is Olivia Oliger. That will toss it high to the middle. for the Bridgewater Eagles. Foul there on that. We'll give Lynchburg the ball right back. Zizzy looking around. She'll spin around. That's the other thing. We talked about her game so much. She's got a deep locker, a deep toolbox to go to. She's so good with her back to the defender and back to the goal. And that really will draw that defender in, and then she'll make one of those spins and turns and get by, and then she uses the speed, the skill, complete package for the freshman, Kanye Mazizi. There's a look at number 21, Anna Dorstein. She scored the second goal of the evening. Eagles tried to keep that one in play but could not. Dorstein might be looking to score goal number 2. Slides it in front. Chance there for Lynchburg. Denied. Olivia Van Meter was in the area. She had goal number 1 for Lynchburg. Van Meter will set up in front of the goalie. Bridgewater has used 2. Let's figure out who's in net right now for Bridgewater. Madeline Miller started it. Madeline Miller played all 60 in their win against Randolph-Macon on Tuesday. Madeline Miller played all 60 against Lynchburg last week. But Ashley Now did get into the game. And it is Ashley Now in goal at the moment for Bridgewater. Danielle Kuhn will get it started for Lynchburg. Eagles lost it briefly. Eagles had it briefly and then lost it. Foul on Olivia DeWan. Now Lynchburg has committed a foul. Renee Funtil with the infraction. It's been that kind of a game. It's been a lot of whistles. I mean, it would be fun to have someone on the LHSN team count the amount of whistles. We can count the fouls. The fouls do have to get counted. Let's see. Let's go to our live stats on the Lynchburg Hornets sports page, lynchburgsports.com. It's a great resource for fans. I always talk about that, what a treat it is to be a fan in 2023. You got all the stats and the analysis right at your fingertips, or you can make your own stats and analysis. Brady has to come out to put the right foot into one. This might lead to something. Good takeaway there in the midfield for the Eagles. But yes, being a fan in this day and age is so much fun because smartphone and all that stuff, it doesn't have to be a distraction. It can be a complement to your viewing experience. And I think the live stats are part of that. Plus, you can just check out the rosters and all those things. As Olivia Muir will get it cranked up again for Lynchburg. She'll swing on one, batted down. Eagles looking to go the other way with some transition offense, potentially. Island, it was a one-on-one attempt up there for number 14, Olivia DeWan. I believe it was DeWan. But Riley Cameron, again, always in the right places and so often makes the right moves. Riley Cameron makes a good defensive stop for Lynchburg. Under 10 to play now in the fourth quarter. High lob in play there for Bridgewater. That's Riley Cameron again with the takeaway. Eagles have really got just almost no room for error now. There's another good Riley Cameron defensive play and a short pass up ahead. Passing is so interesting in field hockey because you want to stretch that defense with the long passes. They tend to get intercepted a little bit more, so you need that balance. And I think those best offensive teams have that with the passing. And the passing is obviously worked on so much. Let's check those live stats and look at our foul totals. It's 54 for Lynchburg and 38 for Bridgewater, totally. So, and that doesn't actually count all the whistles that could blow for various things. But Lynchburg right now, 54 fouls. Bridgewater, 38. So we'll keep an eye on those numbers and have some fun talking about that. The last time these two teams met, it was October 27th, last week. Fouls there total were Bridgewater 46, Lynchburg 42. So actually not too many more today. Total. There's a slight injury situation, although the official just gave the once over there. No need to call for the athletic trainer, it looks like. Lynchburg's going to, I believe, set up a penalty corner situation. They are.
Penalty corner, Lynchburg.
Boatwright has been taking the penalty corners, but it looks like Kanye Mazizi will do the honors on this one. See her walking to the short corner area. Bridgewater's defense gets set. Yeah, Boatwright is on the sideline right now. Zizzy will put it in. Lynchburg with some patience here. Heard a whistle blow. And yes, Lynchburg will lose the possession. Jade Buckles, number 20, with some good defense there for Bridgewater. Called her name quite a bit early. Buckles will have this pass deflected and now truly taken away by Anna Dorstein. Dorstein still on the yo-yo there. Good pass to the middle. Backhand slap try. Taken out of the sky there by Ashley Now. Good job by the Bridgewater goalie to get the mid on that. Here's another look. Yeah, it was actually the stick side save there by Ashley Now. Yeah, good save from Bridgewater. And even if the comeback isn't truly on for the Eagles, you always want to play hard, play with passion, play with pride, something to build on. Bridgewater, a young team. Don't have a ton of seniors on the roster. When I say they don't have a ton, they've got one fifth-year in Meredith Rankin, and then no seniors after that. So, yes, just double-checking the roster. To say they don't have a ton of seniors is maybe by definition true, but also very misleading because they don't have any seniors. So there you go. It is a very young team for Bridgewater. Eagles have a lot to look forward to. Lynchburg's got that great mix of youth and experience. I think that's one of the things that's made them so incredible this season. They're going to move to 18-2, it looks like, barring some kind of unforeseen collapse here. But Lynchburg, just back to their roster construction, you've got fifth years like Kessa Schaefer, Sydney Metz. You've got seniors, Aaron Boatwright, Riley Cameron. Then you got the youth. You've got freshmen, Renee Funtil. You've got Kanye Mazizi, the outstanding freshman. You've got sophomores in there like the leading scorer, Marlou Vendricks, sophomore. And a really great mix, I think. You could even extend that down to the coaching staff as well. You got Enza Steele in her 45th season. Just one of the all-time winningest coaches ever. But the assistant coaches bring some of that youth, some new ideas, some new energy. It's a great setup right now for Lynchburg. And I don't think too many Lynchburg fans are taking it for granted. I think they know how special this team is, top to bottom. Support staff, throw that in there as well. Possible another goal-scoring chance coming for Lynchburg. Good defense there. And it's taken right back by the Hornets. Eagles have continued to play hard, continue to fight. Gotta like to see that. Wonder, again, the Lynchburg locker room and sideline. I think they're going to feel pretty good about a 4-0 win, but never bad to put a little whipped cream on top of the sundae, or the cherry on top, if you will. They'd like to get another late goal here. Under 5 to play now in the fourth period. Hope you're plugged into all the Lynchburg Sports social media channels, too. Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. So much fun stuff happening on there. Again, is one of the great things about being a fan in 2023. In the old days, we didn't know what the players like. Now you flip on the social media and you learn so much about the personalities and what great student athletes we have here at Lynchburg, and particularly on this field hockey team. Mallory Lamb is one of those sophomores in the mix, and then it was Anna Dorstein, a freshman. So there you go. Youth movement is on for Lynchburg. They're going to be in good hands, but I know these seniors and these fifth years, grad students, they want to go out with a serious bang, just like their head coach, Enza Steele. Under 4 to play now on what has turned into a frigid night in Central Virginia. Uh-oh. Almost disaster for Bridgewater in front. Hornets look to keep attacking. Kicked away by Now. Still in range for a defender. And now Bridgewater might be able to clear it. Nope. We'll stay on this third. Lynchburg has really pressured well all night. Bridgewater's best chances came in the first and second period. It was just a 1-0 third quarter for Lynchburg, but fairly dominant. There was one decent look that Bridgewater had where it looked like they scored a goal, but it was ruled not a goal. And it felt like a momentum swing, too, because, the Eagles just really hadn't been in it since then. That goal would have made it 3-1 if it would have counted. Instead, now have the score line where it is at 4-0. Time is winding down. Hornets continue to pressure and look for goal number 5. Sydney Metz on the sideline waiting to get in. She will sprint in. Speaking of LHSN, Sydney Metz has done some broadcasting with us this season. Hope she sticks with it. It's a lot of fun listening to her, just different perspectives, and so cool to get a perspective from a current athlete, too. So many times when you watch a broadcast, you got to hear oldsters like me talking about the game and the way things used to be. It's nice to get some new talent telling us how the game is right now and what our student athletes are thinking right now. There's Sydney Metz in the mix. Lynchburg will restart this. Now Mallory Lamb, another sophomore from Virginia Beach. Under 2 to play. Riley Cameron still out there. She will lean on that one. Check the ball for dents after that as Riley Cameron wound up and drilled one. Looks like we might have another card situation. Yes, it is a penalty on Olivia Van Meter. The junior will have to come off. A green card for Olivia Van Meter, who scored our first goal of the game. Boy, that seemed like so long ago. That was back in the 6th minute. First quarter, 6:26, Olivia Van Meter with the assist from Marlu Vendricks, and the pass before that from Kanye Mazizi that I thought really opened things up. And we got a great replay of that. And we'll see some of those at the end of the game as well, as we always do. Anna Dorestein with a goal tonight. Kessa Schaefer with a goal in the 24th minute. That was assisted by Renee Fontiel. And then Erin Boatwright had the 4th goal for Lynchburg, which looks like it might end up being the 4th and final goal unless the Hornets can get something going here in this last 50 seconds. Might be the Eagles scoring something late here, potentially. Slapped into the middle, but out of play. Down to 30 seconds left to play. Lynchburg will get the win. It'll be victory number 18 for the 11th ranked team in the country. That is the NFHCA rankings. Lynchburg in the NCAA Region 6 rankings are 3rd. They're sitting behind Christopher Newport and Salisbury. And that would be important for postseason play beyond the ODAC championship. There's, I believe that's Riley Cameron with just an elaborate game of keep away. I think you could even see a smile on her face there. She was having fun with it in the deep left corner. And there's the final horn sounding. It's a win in the ODAC semifinal for the Lynchburg Hornets. They beat the Bridgewater Eagles 4-0. Lynchburg heading to the ODAC championship game. It'll be this Saturday right here at Schellenberger Field on the campus of the University of Lynchburg. Congratulations to the Bridgewater Eagles. Here's a look at the goals from Lynchburg. It was 4 different goal scorers, a very well-rounded effort for the Hornets. 3 different players assisting on the goals as well. Interesting statistical note there. Here's the 4th one. Riley Cameron, big whack, deflections, and then it gets into Erin Boatwright. Believe they gave Marlu Vendricks an assist on that as well with the touch. Yes, all smiles for Lynchburg as they get another victory, 18-2 on the season. They advance to the ODAC championship game. That'll be right here this Saturday. Time to be determined. Stay plugged in to the website and the social media channels to figure that out. The opponent will either be Shenandoah or Washington and Lee. We hope you can join us in person at Schellenberger Field, or as always, right here on the Lynchburg Hornets Sports Network. Kyle Haney saying so long. Big thanks to all the team tonight. We had a blast. We hope you enjoyed it too. We'll talk to you soon. Field hockey fans, Lynchburg beats Bridgewater 4-0 in the ODAC semifinal.